guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be me doing a little eye look with the Carli Bybel palette. I know this isn't super new, it's kind of like older news, but I saw this at Ulta the other day and it was only $22, so I decided to pick it up. I do also have the original Carli Bybel palette, so I did want to kind of compare the two and review this and show you all the swatches. So this is the original Carli Bybel palette and this is the new one. As you can see, they created some new eyeshadow shades. There's some more highlighter shades. If I'm super honest, I only used the original palette maybe like 3 times. These colors just weren't something I reached for very often, and the highlighter shades, only like one worked for me out of all of them. So it was kind of one of those palettes that just sat on my desk. So when they announced this new one, I honestly wasn't that impressed. I mean, I liked some of the new color options and I liked that there were more highlighters, but I wasn't originally even planning to get it. They just happened to have it out at Ulta recently and I was swatching it and it was so pigmented and all the colors were so beautiful that I decided to get it. So you get 16 eyeshadow shades in this palette and you also get 6 highlighter shades. Obviously these darker ones don't really work for me, but I can easily use them for like a bronzy eye look or something as an eyeshadow. I think what sold me on this palette was that they incorporated some warmer shades. There's like some pinks, some like more orangey pink, and better transition shades because the other palette was kind of lacking in a lighter transition shade and in the browns. Overall, they just did a much better job on this updated one. The packaging and everything is really cute. It's all like marble print. I've created a couple different looks with this so far. I've used it on a client, and then yesterday I did a look that I really liked, so I figured I would recreate it for you guys on here. So let's just get into it. Okay, so to start out, I'm gonna take the lightest eyeshadow shade and I'm just gonna apply that all over the lid. I already had like concealer and powder on, but I just like starting out with an even base. This palette also has a pretty good size mirror, which is really nice. Okay, next I'm gonna use this as my transition shade into the crease. I don't know if these shades have names. They don't say anything on the box. I really like this transition shade. It's kind of like a peachier brown. Next, I'm gonna take this medium brown right there and build that up into the crease as well. And there's not really any fallout at all with these shadows, so you can definitely do them after you've applied your foundation. For my outer corner, I'm gonna take a mixture of these two shades, kind of more brown mauve-y color and then a purple color. And if my outer corner looks kind of weird on this side, it's because my eye keeps watering and it's like taking off the product right on the corner of my eye. I will add a darker shade on the outer corners in a little bit, but first I want to apply the lid color. First I went in with this purpley shimmery shade and I just used my finger. These feel super creamy and soft. Then I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm just going to spray it with some setting spray to get it wet. And I'm going to go into this violet highlight shade. It's super pretty. And just apply that over the purple shimmer on the outer part or inner part of the lid, I mean. It actually applies way better with your finger, so I would just skip the flat brush and do it with your finger. It's just such a pretty like iridescent lilac shade. I'm obsessed with it. For my inner corner, I'm just gonna take this white highlight and apply that on the inner corners. Next, I'm gonna take this darker purple and I'm gonna apply that on my outer corners. And then whatever is left over on my brush, I'm just gonna take that and sweep it on the lower lash line. And on the inner corners, just apply more of that lilac highlight. I already curled my lashes earlier off camera, so I'm just gonna take the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara and apply that to my lashes. So that is it for the eye portion. As always, you could add falsies if you want to make it even more dramatic. I honestly can build up my lashes pretty decently with mascara, and as you guys know, I don't really wear falsies that often. Sometimes I do feel some pressure to wear false lashes with my looks just because that's what beauty YouTubers do, but personally I just prefer mascara. Let me know what you guys want to see, like if you guys want to see more false lash looks or if you guys like that it's more simple with mascara, let me know in the comments. So now to finish up the face, if you can't tell, I don't have any highlighter on yet, so I'm gonna mix these 2 lightest shades. If you ever find that you went a little too crazy with highlighter like me right now, just take your beauty blender or sponge, kind of pat over the areas where you applied the highlight. So I'm definitely extra glowy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing right now, but I feel like I still like my Flower Beauty strobing palette better. There just hasn't been any highlights that compare to this for me. They're just so creamy and they apply in such a way that they like melt in the skin versus having more of like a stripe highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the lips real quick and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Okay, so overall, I really love this palette. I think it's a great deal for $22. It's a lot better than the original, so if you were planning to get the original, just get this instead. The colors all work great. They blend great. I would definitely be careful with the lightest highlighter shades. Just use a very light hand on those. I mean, it's definitely nice that paler people have some highlighter options and darker skin tones have highlighter options. I don't have anything negative to say about the palette, honestly. It's affordable, it's great quality. You also have a lot of great neutral shades to do just like a simple everyday look in this and more dramatic kind of colorful looks. So if you're in the market for an eyeshadow palette or if you've been debating to get this, I would say do it. As for me, I think I need to cut back a little bit on buying eyeshadow palettes. There's been so many new ones coming out that are like so beautiful, but I feel like the other ones that I bought recently aren't getting enough use either, like my Pirates of the Caribbean Lilac palette, my Morphe Kathleen Lights palette, my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, my ColourPop palette. I just feel like I need to focus on creating looks with the palettes that I already have. Feel free to leave me suggestions on like looks or tutorials that you guys would like to see me do. And that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.